Hi everyone, this is the tutorial for our work posted for February 27th, the week of February 27th for math. I'm going to take you through step by step, show you how to get the activity, and we're going to walk through it together. So go ahead and open up your Google Classroom. Here I am for an example, Math 7. It's the same for Math 8. So go ahead and open up your main page for Google Classroom, and you're going to move over on the top to the Classwork tab. Click on Classwork. You're going to drop down to the unit rate topic, and these are all of our assignments for this week. Together today, we're going to use these two, which is the shopping ad and the worksheet that goes along with it. Okay, so I already have the shopping ad open in my background, but you can go ahead and open this one now, and the PDF should pop up. And just put that to the side, and then go ahead. I'm going to show you how to walk through opening the shopping ad through Kami. So go ahead and open up. Click on shopping ad, and here in the center it should say open with Kami. Go ahead and click on it. So this is how you're going to show your classwork and submit it to me. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is just minimize this a little bit, bring it to the side. I'm going to do some work. I'm going to use my scrap paper first, and then I'm going to enter my information here when I'm ready with my final answers. Okay, so I'm going to move over to the calculator. I have my calculator open. If you'd like to open some extra tabs, just go ahead and click on File, New tab, and a new window will pop up so that you can have your calculator and your activity right next to each other. Okay, and then I have my shopping. You can see here, I'm going to move this over. I'm going to have my shopping worksheet ready to go. All right, so the first activity that we're going to do is here, shopping for Dunkin' Donuts. So when you go to Dunkin' Donuts, you have some choices. Well, you have a lot of choices, but today we're going to talk about these two. So we're going to talk about buying donuts. So which is the better buy? Which is the cheaper buy? Is it 1 dozen donuts for $12 or 10 donuts for $13? So let's go ahead and plug some of these in. Now remember, with unit rate, we're looking for how much for one. So this one is how much for one donut. Okay, if we're talking about a dozen donuts, you have to know what the word dozen means. It means 12. So this first option here is 12 donuts for $12. So I'm going to plug it into my calculator. $12. When I use my $12, I can get, we're going to divide by, we're going to find out how many groups. We're going to get 12. $12 for 12 donuts equals 1. That means $1 for each donut. Okay, so I'm going to jot that down on my scrap paper. $1 each. And I'm going to jot down my equation. $12 divided by 12 donuts is $1 a piece. Okay, the next says 10 donuts for $13. So I'm going to go ahead and clear my answer here. $13 is going to divide into 10 groups, and each of these groups is going to be worth 1.3. Let's talk about this 1.3. When we're talking about money, you have to remember your decimal places and your decimal point. Okay, that decimal point is very powerful. If you go to the store and you look for how much something costs and you see a price tag that says 1.3, there's a problem. You're not going to see money like that, but you have to know what that means when you get something like this on the calculator. Okay, so the 3, let's take a look at our place value. Okay, we know our whole number place is the left of the decimal point, but now let's take a look at our decimal place. Okay, this decimal place is one space to the right of the decimal point, and that's your tenths place. Okay, that means there's 10 of them in 100, so each of them is worth 10. So if we have 3 of them, how much is that worth? Well, that's 30 cents. Okay, even though you don't see a 0 next to it, you can add that 0 there. And when you're talking money, you should. We talk about placeholder, and a good number for a placeholder is a 0 because it doesn't hold any value, but you do need it there when you're talking about money. So this would be $1.30. Okay, now I'm going to move over to, that's $1.30 per donut in the second scenario. Now I'm going to move over to my worksheet. I'm going to open up my Kami that I had here, and I'm going to make it big screen, and we're going to start using some tools to enter in this work on your Kami document. Okay, so I'm going to use my drawing tool. All right, and black font color you can change here. You can change transparency, so if you want to make something a little bit more clear so that something can go behind it, or like you can make it see-through right here. You can adjust this gradient here, and you can also make it thicker if you need more like a bolded line. Okay, we don't need any of that right now. I'm just showing you some of the options that the application offers. So in the first scenario, we had 12 donuts for $12. And how did we solve how much for each? Well, we did 12 divided by 12. $12 for 12 donuts. And what did we get our answer to be? It was, here's my dollar sign. It was $1 per donut. So $1 each. Oops, I don't think I really am going to be typing on here, but let's see. If I erase this part, right? Oops. And we can just insert a text box. So I'm going to go here, click on the left-hand side. I'm going to stretch this a little bit, and I'm just going to say each. Okay? Or you can say per donut, but this is fine for our classwork today. Okay? And in the next scenario, it was $13. So here's my dollar sign. Oops, I should have put my dollar sign here. $13 for 10 donuts. 13 divided by 10. And when you solve, you get $1.30. And that is each. So if you are looking for the better buy, that means the cheaper one. Which one are you going to choose? Well, you're going to pick the 12 donuts for $12 scenario, because that gives you $1 per donut. But here, if you're getting $13, you're using your $13, you're only getting 10 donuts. The donuts are more expensive. They cost more money. They cost $1.30 each. Okay? Great. So we're done with this. We're going to go back to our small screen here and move on to our next example. All right, McDonald's. We have two scenarios: 4 nuggets for $16 or 6 nuggets for $30. Now our job is to find the better buy, find out which one is cheaper. So let's go ahead, we're going to divide. Open your calculator here, make sure it's clear. All right. So $16 for 4 nuggets. That's 16 divided by 4. And your answer is going to be 4. That's $4 per, hopefully this isn't per nugget, hopefully this is package of chicken nuggets from McDonald's. Okay, now let's plug in our second scenario. $30 for 6 nuggets. How much does each package of nuggets cost? $30 divided by 6 is going to be $5 a piece. Okay, so let's jump over to our worksheet. I'm going to full screen it. Now, let's see. Let's see if it can come out even more neat with this text box. Oh, this wasn't chicken nuggets. This was McDonald's. This is McDonald's chicken nuggets. Okay, so we put the donuts and the chicken nuggets. All right, so I'm just going to do this. I'm going to draw, let's see. I'm going to draw a line here. And we're going to do it underneath. Okay, so this wasn't chicken nuggets. This was donuts. I'm just going to fix it here. This was donuts. Okay, and I'm going to add here. This is where I want my chicken. Oops. Okay. All right. So let's use the text box and make the numbers a little neater. All right. So the first example was $16 for 4 packages of nuggets. So we're going to divide by, and here's your equation. And if you click on, oh, there it is, insert symbols, you can actually find division signs. So here is a fraction way that you can write division, or here's just a division symbol. We're going to go ahead and use that. So plug it in. So did it go? Okay, cool. Let's move it over to where it needs to be. Or let's just move this text box there. How about that? 16 divided by, now I'll go back to text box. Hmm. I mean, it's your preference which you'd like to use. I feel like it is a little easier just to use the drawing tool, because now you have to move, excuse me, you have to move back and forth with the text box. So it's up to you. I'm gonna draw it for now. So $16 divided by 4 chicken nuggets, or 4 packages of nuggets, hopefully, or else that's really, really expensive. And that's $4 each. So each package of nuggets. Okay. All right. And then the second scenario was $30 for 6 nuggets. So $30 divided by 6, and then how much each? It's $5 a piece. Okay. So if you were to go to McDonald's to get chicken nuggets, and they have 2 different offers, and they probably present to you, both of them are on sale. Well, you have to know what you're talking about before you figure out how much, which one is the better buy or the cheaper value. And in this case, it would be $16 for 4 packages of nuggets because they cost $4 a piece. Instead of this scenario, $30 for 6 packages, which cost $5 a piece. Okay? All right, so let's go back to our scenarios here. The next one is going to be apples. So for apples, you're going to go ahead and plug it in, clear your calculator. 12 apples for $24. So 24 divided by 12. At Seatown and at Key Food, it's $18 for 6 apples. So figure out how much for each apple, and then you're going to decide which one is the better buy, if you should buy your apples from Seatown or from Key Food. All right, so take a look at it, and hopefully you learn some more tools in Kami, which is using the equation button. They have symbols here that you can insert while we're using it for math. You can also use the drawing tool, and you can always use the text box. If you need some shapes, they're right down here. And of course, your eraser. This erases just the drawings and the shapes, and this one erases all annotations, so everything that you wrote on the page. Okay? All right, great. And that's going to be our video for today. Thank you so much.